Hey, so this is just easier than explaining it over and over again. So yeah, as per my post there, Morgan's been arrested on an outstanding warrant for theft, allegedly, which is completely made up. I was with her the entire time. None of this is real. The police are alleging that she stole gas. I think is the case. And her little Kia that she drives around maybe holds $55 to a tank. So, we're talking about $30, $40 in gas potentially if she forgot to pay it, which I have a hard time seeing. Anyway, that's the country that we live in, and it's because everyone knows of who she is and what she does that this has happened. It's ridiculous, to put a non-endorsable warrant out for something like this, and now she's going to be held until probably early next week, mid next week, whenever they get the judge around to it. Because $50 is $50, guys. This is it's pretty serious. Pretty serious stuff here. And we were cooperating, the whole time. She was asking questions and saying like, well, I'm willing to, answer to this, but you're not making any sense. You're saying I wasn't even in these places. And first it was this gas station, then it was a different gas station, and then maybe it wasn't a gas station. They don't really know, but they just know that they have to arrest her. So we called these places and asked them if they know anything about this, and there was no records, none of the shift managers, no one recalls anything. There was no notes, nothing. So we came back to the police with that, saying we're having trouble finding out what the hell you're even talking about, and they just neglected to. That was the end of the conversation. This was back in the spring, early summer. So we were in a car accident today. We were hit by someone, in a parking lot. So they didn't want to give us their information. They were being combative and just, being dicks because, they were guilty. So the police were called and they showed up, and that's what they did. They handcuffed her and they put her in the back of the car and took her away, and she's going to be probably over there in prison now for another week or longer. Who knows? Who knows? Because this is Canada, and if there's anybody's worried about her, we all are, but she's incredibly tough. She's incredibly resourceful, and I have a lot of respect and admiration for her. So, she'll be okay. We'll get her out of here eventually soon. But, on her behalf and myself and, speaking for a lot of other people, the lesson in the story here is the police can just do this to you. They can just do whatever they want, pretty much. And, they want to say they don't make stuff up. They make stuff up all the time. I've seen them do it. We have caught them doing it. I've got them on video, on tape, in lies, caught them in lies. I mean, we've got lots. And we're looking forward to a lot of these cases being resolved because it's going to be very embarrassing for a number of people. But they can do that. Something as ridiculous as, gas theft or something. We're not even really sure. They're not even really telling. They're just slap something on there so they can get it in the media cycle, so they can stretch it out and say, oh, look at the criminals doing more criminal shit again. That's the whole point of this. And it's going to cost her money and time, and she's going to spend time in jail. So that's the scary part. That's the weird part that you need to take away from this, is that this is the country that you live in. If you speak out against the government, if you challenge them, if you make them, look bad or embarrass them in any way, they'll send the police after you, and they'll just start making shit up, and they'll just arrest you, lock you up, and throw you away for, days, weeks, longer, and then it's up to you to deal with it. You're going to have to retain lawyers. You're going to spend thousands of dollars on bail hearings and go through the stress of all this, have your freedom taken away, your property confiscated, and so on, because they feel like it. And you may not even get a trial for a year or 2 years, and you've got to deal with this the whole time in between. That's why they say the punishment is the process. The process is the punishment. So that's what's going on. Morgan's being punished. I'm being punished. We're all, as a community across the country, being frequently punished for our insolence, I suppose. So that's all I know about that. And I'll let you know, anybody relevant that needs to know or should know, I'll let you know what happens as things go on. But that's where we're at. That's the state of things in Canada. It's a disgrace.